welcome to the class. So here's what I'm gonna do. I think some of the students might be going into the classroom and looking for us. So let me go to the classroom and post a sign saying that everyone will be joining the online session. So could you guys hold and wait for us? Hi, 20 Patrick. So give me some 5 minutes. Let me go quickly downstairs to put up a sign so that everyone knows that we'll be meeting here. Okay, so 5 minutes. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. Okay. Feel free to post the questions you have there. I think many of your questions will be answered as you follow the stream for like the first 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so please bear with me. Hi, Sean. I know you somehow. So give me 5 minutes. I'm gonna run down real quick and come back up. So let me go back to the opening slide screen. So be patient with me. Okay, welcome back. You know what? I was right. There were like 40 students downstairs in the classroom. And plus the 18, 20, wow, 23 now of you online. Well, hey, you know what? They are going to join us online as well. Okay. So why don't we chit chat a little bit and wait until the students in the classroom join us? And in the meantime, maybe I can try to address some of the questions. Okay, so first of all, I see that some of you might be looking to add to the course. Yes, there's still possibility, especially when you are international students. Okay. Now, the definition of the international students can be a little bit fuzzy. Another thing is that there have been students who try to take the course but need to drop out in the middle of the semester. Those students will also be given priorities. And some of these guys realize later in the middle of the class, in the middle of the semester, that they don't have the necessary background, particularly for the programming assignments. Okay, so they are advised to try to make up for the basic programming skills before they join this course again. But in the meantime, I promise them that they'll be given priority to join the course again. Okay. Yeah, I know. And so Zhen Liangxin here is asking. Yes. Yeah. So so the definition of the international student is a little bit fuzzy here. I understand. I'll have to think about it because there have been recently many overseas Chinese students, but the native languages were not Mandarin Chinese. So you guys would definitely prefer taking courses in English, but I understand also that even though English is still not the native language, but it might be a little bit easier than taking courses in Chinese strictly. Okay, let me think about that and see. All right. Huh, interesting. All right. Oh, happy Valentine's Day. We are one day past of happy Valentine's, okay? All right, so I guess this is about amount of the waiting time. So what you're seeing here is Polly speaking. So you see a camera shot there at the top of the screen. On the right, you see it's a Google Meet session, which is right here, the Google Meet session. So that is also saying that if you know the link for the Google Meet session, you can call in and ask questions live, vocally. Okay. But in case there's not much going on there on the Google Meet, I'm just going to show the Go and Gopher. Okay, so Go is the programming language we'll be using in this course. And Gopher here is the mascot. Okay. Now on the lower right, you see the chat. The YouTube live stream chats. This is useful most of the time because you will see also that whether the questions you have in mind you want to ask have already been asked and have already been answered. Okay. What happened with this form of teaching is that you might discover that your classmates and you are not exactly thinking synchronously. So they might be thinking something earlier and already type up something online while you are actually focusing and watching the videos or paying attention to what I say. So it's very interesting. But I guess if you guys are familiar tuning in to live streams, to follow streamers playing games, to follow streamers, unboxing something, you probably know a little bit more of the styles of communication this way. Okay, so try to reset your mind into more casual. So thinking more that Polly is a streamer in a way. Okay, and there's a community there. You guys can exchange information, Q&A, answering each other's questions. All right, and what's more important is going to happen in the middle box here. Okay, so this is the opening of each lecture. In fact, at the beginning, I'm going to show the major announcements. So what you're seeing in the middle of the screen is this thing called Slack. It's a really nice platform to promote group collaborations. Okay, so I'm using it as a platform for we to exchange off class and in the meantime in class. Okay, so what you're seeing here is that I'm in the announcement channel. So you see here that they're on the class Slack group. There will be a number of channels. In the announcement channels, you will see all these announcements before the lectures or during the weeks, announcing, for example, the result of the exam 1 grading is out, things like that. And so you see here, this is the announcement. Okay, so this is the announcement for week 1, episode 1. From here, you see typically the video stream link for the lecture and the link for the call-in Google Meet session. Okay, so if you guys manage to join Slack, the class group, then it's easy for you to find out where do you call in case you want to ask questions in person, in voice, instead of typing things up. And you can also see, just click here, then it takes you directly to the video stream. Okay, so this is to introduce the format of teaching and how you understand what's going on where. And next, I'm going to show the topics of this hour. For tomorrow morning, there's going to be 2 hours, so there will be more topics. Okay, and as you see here, next we have 3 topics and then followed by a quiz. Okay, so in this class, things are going to happen a little bit more interactive. Okay, and I understand that because this is online, it's even harder to really have substantial interaction. So it's designed to, so the quizzes are designed there so that you are given dedicated time to do things, okay, think, or say something, type up something. Okay, so topic 1, 2, 3 there. For each of them, there'll be some short videos. And so, for example, now I'm gonna show a video that tells the vital information. And this is just very short. See if you can follow. This is Introduction to Computer Networks. I'm gonna be your instructor for the semester. The name is Polly Huang. And feel free to call me just Polly. I'm listing here the name of the course and my name in Chinese, just in case. The course number is EE4020, indicating this is EE Department, High Division, elective course. This number here is the class ID, the curriculum ID, 901 capital E 31110. In some semesters, you see the capital E in the middle. In some semesters, you might not. Just be careful and make sure that you register to my session. Okay, so in some semesters, there might be more than 1 sessions of Introduction to Computer Networks. This is a 3-unit course. That means the lecture load is about 3 hours a week. Be careful though. That doesn't mean the assignment or the studying load is only 3 hours a week. All right, so that's how things are going to go here. And next, I'm going to talk about the special features of this course. I understand some of you might be a little bit traumatized already that, ouch, this is not like the typical course. Yeah, there are several reasons why the course is running this way. So the next video, it's going to be a little bit long, some 8 to 9 minutes. Let me try to explain why, and then hopefully you understand, and so that you can decide better whether this is the right course for you. And here's the video. Before we go over the technical side of the class admin, such as the scope, the semester schedule, and how you guys are going to be graded, let me spend some time talking about how the course is designed and why. This is kind of important such that I provide peace of mind. Let me start with the number one feature. Yeah, the course is experimental. It has been sponsored by NTU and the Ministry of Education for years. This is because we have come to realize that offering courses in English doesn't make us more international. It in fact doesn't connect the domestic student with the international students all that well. Therefore, the course is designed to promote a few things such that we connect better. First, we promote interactions, not just between you and me, but also among yourselves. So feel free to answer each other's questions. Feel free to fill each other's sentences. Second, you guys are encouraged to solve problems right there in class. And some of these problems might be open-end problems, meaning there's no one solution to the problem. You guys can form team and have discussions together, or working as an individual, look up information on the web and see if you can come up with a creative solution. And most of all, we promote tolerance to different perspectives. So that's respect each other's differences. You see that we are all different, okay? In this class, you are free to be yourself. Feel free to speak of your opinions as long as you can justify them. Again, the key word is this: open, open-minded. Now you see that we need to have a lot of interactions. We might be thinking, looking up information in class. So, time constraint is there. And as a result, we won't be able to accommodate too many students in this class. The upper limit is 40, the strict limit is 40. And let's see if we could keep it down to low 30s. Feature number 2. The course is 100% online. You see that we are living in this coronavirus era. Delta just left, but then there came the Omicron. So you might go on and off for a little longer to be safe and to accommodate international students who might not be able to enter Taiwan. Let's keep the course online such that the environment, the learning environment, is identical between the domestic and the international students. And by 100% online, I meant the lectures are going to be streamed live over YouTube. So in the middle of the lectures, there might be in-class quizzes popping up. And the students can answer these quizzes or ask questions. Polly might provide answers on Slack or the chat channel of the YouTube stream. Students can also call in on Google Meet to try to answer the questions vocally. As for the exams, it's going to be on Google Forms, and you guys will all be calling in on Google Meet as the exams are going on. Feature number 3. The class is almost 100% in English, including the lectures Polly will be giving, the assignments you'll be turning in, the answers you'll be writing on the exam, in fact, all the in-class, off-class interactions in English. The only 1% exception is this. During the live session, if you are really out of expression, okay, having trouble finding the right words for it, it's okay to say it or type up Chinese. The others or Polly will try to translate for you. Just be careful though, especially during the exam. The credits will be given only when your English is understandable. So try to keep your words and sentences simple and get to the point. Feature number 4. for the programming assignment to be working on, this is the programming language you'll be using. Go, or also referred to as Golang. This is a relatively new programming language, but it's very popular and used a lot these days. So this is a table I think I extracted from Reddit. What's shown on the left are the popular websites we see today. And at the top, the programming languages they use to implement the backend server. So if we focus on the popular websites, okay, the services that are accessed by billions of users every day, you see that the languages being used are what? C, C++, Java, PHP, Python. These we know very well. But Golang also being used. And strictly, the very busy websites is also used to implement their server. And this is because of the efficiency of Golang as a programming language. Another reason that might draw your attention learning Golang is this. This is years of experience of a programmer, and this is how much they are earning each year in US dollars. So if you are a C++ programmer with 8.5 year experience, you earn about 55,000 US dollars annually. Python programmers, slightly better, less than 8 years of experience, and you get about 63,000 a year. The Golang programmer, maybe 8.5 years experience, but some 20-something% higher salary than the Python programmer. Last reason, and this is pollys bias, Golang is entirely open source. That means it's easy to extend, easy to borrow existing code, and a really nice subject of study in order to find out why this programming language is so efficient. Nice, isn't it? Last but not the least, feature number 5. Well, I consider this a feature. Poly is not nice. You know what? Poly cannot be nice. Learning process is partly frustrating and partly fulfilling. In fact, the reason you feel fulfilled is because you overcome frustration that you previously thought impossible. Every semester, every year, some of you might not be able to overcome the frustration. Okay? As a way to communicate that this is a course that requires effort, requires patience, okay? Requires positive thinking, and keep going. Let me flash the grade distribution over the past semesters, past years Poly has taught the course. You see that? Mass majority, 70s, 80s, but there'll be some who fail the course. Majority, 70s, 80s, but some fail the course. Okay, and you see the distribution pretty much a skewed bell shape. Occasionally a twin bell, like this. Yeah, so let me quickly flash this over, and this was last semester. Okay, again, mostly 70s, 80s, and some of the students unfortunately fell. All right, so those are the features. Now, the cautions. I understand that some of you are here to try to add to the course, and some of you who successfully registered for the course might be reconsidering. So either way is fine. Just so that you know, as I explain, we cannot be taking too many students. Okay, we have already 30 students officially successfully registered. So there are 2 wait lists, one for the international student, one for the domestic student. And so based on the time you send me email, I put you on the wait list, and I'm going to take students from the wait list, first come, first serve, with priority given to the international students. And for every student, I will also check whether you have completed quiz number 1. If so, then you are included to the ad. Okay, and I'll do this repeatedly until I reach the maximum capacity. And the results with the echo will be posted on Slack by February 23rd, 5 p.m. So with the echo, then you can go on and add the course. So make sure that you send me email with name, student ID, department, and year. By the way, overseas Chinese students, 侨生, are not exactly international students. Okay, so if you have already sent me emails before, no worries, you keep the spot, but you need to send me the full information, name, student ID, department, and year. In case I don't get the full information, then I will remove you from the waitlist. Okay. To help you assess whether the course is at the right level or right format for you, let me stress these. First, you'll be learning the Sakit API to implement internet applications. This is brand new for many of you. And on top of that, you have to do this using a brand new programming language. So the programming assignment here, definitely not trivial. It would take you time. Second, there are many quizzes. They are going to pop up in the middle of the lectures here there. And they will pop up when the technical content required to solve the quizzes are mentioned. If you are not able to follow the live streams, that means you miss the best opportunities to solve the quizzes. That means also you miss the opportunities to participate in the group discussions. The exams are going to be online as Google Forms. So good news is that it's open book. In fact, it's open internet. So you can actually look up answers. But the bad news is this: open internet also means you have access to each other. So to ensure fairness and to make sure that you focus on working on the exams yourself, the exams are all very long, so that you need every second of the time to answer as many questions as possible. This form of exam is going to be frustrating for many of you, as they are very different from the exams you have taken previously. Okay, bear that in mind. But if you think again, it's going to be fair. Those who understand the notions being taught in class will do better. Those who review these notions so that you can, relay quickly during the exam time will do better. Another way the exam might be a little bit frustrating for you is that there will be programming questions, as programming is an important part of the course. So you guys will need to work on debugging the program right there in the middle of the exam. Now, the lectures being online over YouTube Live might not be comfortable for some of you, as whether it's going to be stable and the video quality, it really depends on the ISPs, okay, from my side as well as from your side. And even though this is called YouTube Live, it will not be exactly real time. It really depends on how far Polly and you are apart. But the advantage is this: the live stream videos will be recorded and available, so you can come back to review what's being taught, what's being discussed during the quiz time. There will also be short videos sorted in the order of the chapters, so that you can catch up quickly or review quickly, skipping the chit-chats in the live streams. All right, now we come to first quiz number 1. But before quiz number 1 starts, let me show a few more QR codes. The the students who tried to attend the physical lecture downstairs, you guys have already seen this. Yeah, this QR code that takes you to Polly's YouTube channel. As a result, you see the video right now. Another important website or QR code you want to scan so that you find important information about the course is this guy here. Okay, so scanning the code takes you to the course webpage. In that course page, you will see pretty much everything, okay, including the YouTube channel that contains all the videos provided for the course, and the link to the Slack class group. Okay, and you know what? The first quiz is about how you join Slack and attend the group. So this is easy. Just scan, you get to see the course page. This is also easy. You scan the QR code and it takes you to the channel. If you scan here, you will be asked to do this. Log in to Slack first. So what you need to do is to register an account. And for this course, please use your G Suite NTU account. That will make things a lot easier. It will also make things easier for Polly to announce the grades, because the grades are going to be recorded as a Google spreadsheet. Okay, so if you log in using the G Suite email account of NTU, things are going to be a lot easier. All right, so let's go to quiz number 1. Quiz number 1 is designed exactly to allow you to spend some time getting yourself an account. So register a Slack account with your g.ntu.edu.tw email. How do you know what is your g.ntu.edu.tw email? Go to the Computing Center's website and find out. Okay, so once you register for an account, so if you go to Slack and try to sign in, you will see a page like this. You can sign in with Google or sign in with Apple, or use just your email to sign in. Okay, but on the upper right, you see also it says you can create an account. Okay, so clicking there, create an account with g.ntu.edu.tw email. Okay, once you do that, join the class group by scanning the QR code. That should take you to the class group. And this is not quite yet done. Step number 3 asks that you make sure the display name on your Slack account is the name you have in NTU records, so that it can match who's who. Okay. It has happened previously that after a semester, I'm not quite sure exactly who you are by looking at the ID on the Google chat or on Slack. Okay, so see if you could use the name on NTU record, or tell Polly explicitly, okay, what is the nickname you use for the YouTube account, for Slack account, so that Polly can connect. And this is still not quite yet done. So step 4, finally, you need to go to channel #W1-quiz1. Go to the channel and say hi. Okay, so you see here, Polly is in Slack, the classes group. And again, you see here on the left, right, there are a number of these channels. Okay. After you join in, you should see announcement, ask us anything, or random. If you don't see them, and you probably don't see W1 and quiz 1 as I'm seeing here, all you need to do is just to go a few lines up, right next to the channels, there's a plus sign. Click the plus sign, and then you can browse the channel. Okay, and you could choose to join some of the channels. You can, of course, choose to leave some of the channels if they are consider spamming channels for you. Okay, so join the W1 Quiz 1 channel. That will allow you to see the quiz one here at the top. And simply to fulfill quiz 1. Yeah, so step 4 is asking you to just type up hi. So Polly is demonstrating exactly what to do here. Okay, so Xiang here said hi. I think Josh, Bing Sheng, this is great. Okay, Bing Sheng is demonstrating what I was looking for exactly. So you might prefer being referred to with your original name, particularly for the international students. But please, maybe you can give Polly a hint or so, so that I can refer you. I can relate who you are with the call sheet. Okay, the class row. Good. I see many of you are joining in now. Very good. So this is very much like what's going to happen in the lecture every week. So there's going to be a quiz, and Polly will be explaining what the quiz is for and what you're expected to do. And some of you might be a little bit faster, some of you might take a little bit more time, but hey, all are fine because these things will take time. Okay, but the thing is that, hey, we get to solve the problem and discuss right here, right now. Okay, I think that is exactly what needs to be done. Okay, so you guys will be using the brains during the lectures as you are learning. Okay, very good. You know what? Zewei, say hi. Hi. Yun Tong, I hope that I pronounce your name correctly. I have to admit that Chinese is one of the hardest languages in the world. Well, probably the hardest, well, you know, from my perspective, the hardest. Okay. So if I mispronounce your name, please bear with me, and of course, feel free to correct me. Okay. Yun Tong, hi. Hong Yu, hi. Cheng Lin. And Mao Qi, welcome. Okay, Boru just joined the channel. Yu Xiu, hi. Boru, hi. Zhongting Tim, hi. Okay, good. So many of you are finding your way. Okay, you know what? Some of you might be spending more time, might need a little bit more time. It's okay. We have like 10 minutes to the end of the lecture today. And for this lecture, I understand many of you might have more questions, particularly the students who are looking into adding the course. And you might want to know the situation or the possibility of joining the course a little bit better. So let me end the lecturing right here. So for most of you, you might still be struggling trying to find out, for example, what's your G Suite NTU email account. Okay, take your time. Once you're done, try to register for an account on Slack and see if you can join here and complete quiz number 1. Because this is, after all, one of the requirements to be considered to add the course, or to stay in the course. Okay, I understand many of you are probably still shopping. You are probably also in line to register for another course you might want to take, and more so than taking this one. Okay, it's okay. It happens every semester. So until the end of the second week, we don't know really for sure, okay, whether you're going to be added to the course. So what I can say now is, especially for the students who are looking to add. First of all, if you are international students, okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to break the domestic student list into 2 parts. Okay, as I understand, even though Qiaosheng overseas Chinese students are not exactly international students, But the native language is not Mandarin Chinese, given how hard Chinese is. So what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna separate the list, the domestic one, into two. So I'm gonna have three lists now. One is the strictly international students. These are the students I can see from the student ID. So if your ID start with a T or A, it's very clear that you are exchange students. Okay. Chinese is pretty much impossible. A course offered in Chinese is pretty much impossible for you to take. Those will be given strict priority. Okay. The second list is the students who are overseas Chinese, the students whose native language is not exactly Chinese. Okay. So if you have not yet expressed that in the emails you sent me earlier, send me email again, okay, and let me know you're overseas Chinese students and Chinese is not your first language. And then the rest will be the domestic students where Chinese is the native language. Okay. And if you are students who have tried to take the course but having trouble finishing it previously, send me, and if you are looking to add to the course, make sure that you say it also in the email. The course is offered in many years and semesters already. I might not recall exactly who you are. I'm so sorry about my memory, but this is what happened, and it's aging. Okay, I can't wait to be old. In fact, just like you guys can wait to be an adult, I guess. Oh, sorry about that. You cannot join Slack. Okay, good. So that was the likelihood of joining the class. So if you are waitlisted in the international student list, and you do have student ID with the T or A to begin with, you are surely in the class. Okay. There are not many students like that. As far as I can tell, there's probably just one student being really like that. Okay, and then there are probably a couple, maybe 3 students being overseas Chinese students. You guys will also be given priority to join the class. Okay, but all together there are probably 4 students like this. And I understand now some of the students attending the sessions might be students looking to add who have not yet sent me email. And some of you are probably international students. You guys will be given priority as well. Okay, but I do not expect many either. Is it possible to add the course as an audition? Very good question. So allow me to come back to the questions on YouTube live chat. Let me just finish what I was trying to say there. So I think currently we do have we have about 4 students who are ensured a slot to add. That means we have 6 more slots, okay, to accommodate domestic students. So if you are currently on the domestic student list, ways listed before 6, you are pretty much in. Okay, but those who are right after number 6, so if you are the 7th in line, 8th and 9th in line, well, there might be a chance you get in. Okay. Oh, wait. No. There might still be international students looking to add. So those who are in line in domestic list, number 4, 5, 6, you have to stick around and see if you are lucky. All right. So I would say that the first 3 in the domestic list, you're pretty safe. But the rest, okay, 4, 5, 6, a little bit risky. 7, 8, 9, you might be lucky. Okay. Now, if you are beyond number 9, given the attendance today, chance might be a little bit low. Okay. I would suggest that you go aggressively looking for other courses to add, and probably in the meantime, check the streams from the course weekly and see if you get a chance. Okay, and definitely if you want to see if you are lucky enough, complete quiz 1 here. All right. I hope that I was clear, and I hope I address most of the questions of students wanting to add the course. Okay. Now let me come back to the YouTube live channel to see. Okay, Banban here says cannot join Slack with the NTU G Suite account. Banban, make sure you go to Slack and try to create an account. Okay. Creating an account requires a lot of times. You check your G Suite email account and hit like approval or get the access code so that you can confirm. Okay. So it's probably a little bit complex as I see that students are gradually joining Slack and saying hi. Okay, Banban, try to be a little bit patient. As you request for an account on Slack, Slack might be sending you emails, and that email will go to your NTU G Suite account. You need to check your G Suite account and see the access code, or see if there's a link on the email you need to click to confirm creating the Slack account. Qi-an is asking, is it possible to add the course as an audit? It is. You are free to join the lectures. And so if you join the YouTube streams, or if you watch the replay streams, you will see all the discussions and lectures, and you can also watch the videos. The only difference is just that you don't get access to the server that is set up for the students taking the course. There's a server being set up. It's a Unix-based server. That is to ensure that grading of the PA assignments is a little bit easier, a little bit uniform. Okay. The students who finish the PA assignments will need to upload their assignment and then test it on that server. Okay. So the audit students, you're free to join us. Okay. You're free to stick around on Slack. Mm-hmm. You're even free to just, provide your quiz solutions. Okay. Banban, you are a local student. Okay. I sense a little bit of sadness there. Who has already enrolled in the class? You know what? Banban, if you have trouble really creating the account, another way of addressing this is probably calling in and then showing me how you're creating an account. Maybe I can tell what's going on. Okay. Yeah, Banban, it's the NTU G Suite account. So it's the email address ending with g.ntu.edu.tw. Oh, Zhongting is using the NTU mail. Okay. Interesting. Okay, tell me, guys. Any one of you successfully creating a Slack account using NTU G Suite email? If you do, let me know and leave a message on the chat. And let me scroll back up and see if there are other questions. Liangxin is asking, send you an email. Okay, good. So Liangxin, you'll be on the second list. Okay, domestic student, but not native Chinese speakers. Okay. You'll be also given priority to take the course. But Liangxin, be careful. The course is not really easy, even though that you might feel like you're understanding better, but the programming part, it's not natural language. Okay, it's a machine, a language to communicate with the machine. So the mindset, the thinking is different. So if you don't have the necessary programming background, the course is going to be very hard. All right. Can I add the course? Now you know how to add the course. And now you know that the course might not be trivial. Good. I see. I see. For some reason, Slack doesn't take the G Suite email. In this case, yeah, so go ahead. Just use the NTU email. Yeah, it is okay. If the G Suite email doesn't work. Okay, so I mean, sorry about that. I did not try to register an account using the g.ntu.edu.tw email. Okay, good. So that's clarified. Feel free to just use the NTU email. Okay, so I'm gonna correct the slide. You don't have a channel called Quiz1? Yes, you don't. If you just join the Slack group, what you will need to do is to go to the channel list here. And if you move the cursor slightly to the right, you will see this plus sign. Okay, and you click to browse all the channels. And you should see W1-Quiz1 here. Okay, and you hit join the channel, and then you should see W1 Quiz 1 here appearing on the channel list, and clicking and say hi to everyone. Okay. All right, good. And I am definitely seeing many of you managing to join. And hey, guess what? The Ask Us Anything channel now do have questions. Okay, very good. So Yo Yu here is answering, I think, 14届建物数奇 In's question. Okay. 宣宁博胜 天行. Yeah, I guess you guys figured it out and discovered how to find the W1 Quiz 1 channel and say hi. Yeah. So W1 Quiz 1 is the Quiz 1 channel. So ask us anything, you see it once you join. So it's one of the default channels you will see. You don't have to add or join explicitly. Okay. Ryan, sorry, it takes you so much time. Finally, you're in. Good. So by the way, ask us anything. This is a place where you can ask questions you don't know where to ask. And if you are looking to ask questions that's not exactly technical, there's also random. Or you have just, information you want to share with the class. Okay, random is the channel to do it here. So jokes about the internet, for example. Announcement, very important. So let's try to not spam this channel. Okay. So this is usually how Poly announces where the live lecture videos is and where the Google Me link is. All right. I guess you guys also need to join the announcement channels to see the announcements. So make sure you do the add channels, browse them all, okay, and make sure that you join them all, okay, for the course. Very good. So that's all for today. Please tune in back tomorrow morning, 10:20, okay. Finally, we'll talk about the technical side of the class, okay. And right after the we'll start lecturing and from chapter 1, the overview. All right, so that's all. Rei Sheng here is, sorry, I don't know how to join Slack from QR code. Yeah, Rei Sheng, please create an account with Slack. Okay, and use only the ntu.edu.tw account. Thank you, Yo Yu. You've been helpful. Okay. Rei Sheng, Okay, go back to the YouTube video and then look for the last few minutes and see if you can create an account with Slack and then join the Slack group a little bit better. Okay, good. So that's all. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Thank you all. Okay, feel free to go off to the next lectures. Polly's gonna leave the streamline for just a little bit longer. So this is so that you guys have an opportunity to greet. I know lecturing online, it feels a little bit unreal. Okay, please do say hi, say bye, say good morning, good afternoon, how are you? Okay, chat is how we interact more more directly, taking lectures online. Okay, all right, bye. Okay, let's see. Okay. Very good. All right, so I think it's okay to end the stream now. So that's all.